Hey everybody, so in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about 3 different reasons why your child may actually be toe walking. So for those of you who are not familiar with toe walking is basically when your child is walking on the balls of their feet, or what some people call it is tiptoeing. So one reason why your child may be toe walking is because it's habitual, which just means it's a habit that they have formed, especially if your child is under the age of 3. Now, children that are under the age of 3 are still developing, they're still exploring, they're still discovering new ways of how to move their bodies. So them learning how to tiptoe or toe walk is completely normal. So if your child is under the age of 3 and they don't have any other conditions or medical things going on, then it's completely normal, and most of the time they will grow out of it. Another reason why your child may be toe walking is because there could be a sensory processing issue involved. So some kids may be extra sensitive, or what's known as tactile sensitivity, when they're sensitive to how different textures feel. And so for kids who are walking on the balls of their feet, they may not like how the surface of the floor feels. They may be opposed to, for example, tile versus carpet, or a cold floor versus a warm floor. So if your child is engaging in toe walking, be sure to take note and see if there's a pattern. Is your child toe walking only when they're on the hardwood floor? Are they toe walking only when they're outdoors? Are they toe walking only when it's kind of cold in the house? Make sure you take note, because if so, there could just be a sensory issue going on, and so you could apply some sensory strategies to kind of help them get used to walking on various surfaces. And now the third reason that your child may be engaging in toe walking is because there may be a neurological or a medical condition going on. Some children that have things such as cerebral palsy, muscular dystrophy, or even just a shortened Achilles tendon often have toe walking behaviors. So be sure if it's something that's prolonged, if it's something that's continuous, and if it's something that is associated with some other symptoms that are going on, definitely be sure to make note of it, because in fact it could be more deeper than a habitual or sensory thing. There could be a neurological or a medical reason behind it. Now, toe walking is something that you definitely want to pay attention to, especially if your child is near the age of 3 or older and it's a continuous thing, because prolonged toe walking could actually lead to core weakness and also some weakness and tightness in their lower body, such as tight hamstrings, which can affect so many different areas. So if your child is doing it all the time, if you notice that their muscles are a little bit stiffer, if you notice that they have poor coordination, poor fine motor skills, or they're just not able to bear weight on their foot when it's in flattened position, then you definitely want to consult with your pediatrician and let them know what's going on so that they can take a deeper look. Now, once you consult with your pediatrician, there are often 3 different routes that they may recommend. One route is to go and see a physical therapist. Now, the physical therapist is going to help your child with things such as stretching, strengthening exercises, casting, or even orthotics, which are kind of like shoe inserts. Another route that your pediatrician may recommend is that you see an occupational therapist. Now, an occupational therapist will work with your child on the sensory issues. So if your child has a sensory sensitivity and that's the reason why they're not able to walk flat on their foot, then that's what the OT would work on. The OT can also address some of those visual issues if that's another reason that kind of plays into why your child is toe walking. Now, the third reason, and kind of the most rare route that your pediatrician may recommend, is that your child has surgery. Now, this is very rare because 90% of the cases of toe walking are resolved with physical therapy, occupational therapy, or just your child growing out of it. But in some rare and severe cases, surgery may be required. So it's best to check with your pediatrician and to consult with either a PT or OT to try to get an understanding of what's the best route to go for your child. Now, this is one of the odd behaviors that many parents are trying to understand why their child engages in it. However, I've also talked about some other odd behaviors such as hand flapping or lining up toys. So make sure you check out those videos as well if you want to learn more about some other odd behaviors that children often engage in. Also, let me know in the comments below, what other odd behaviors have you observed in children that you want to learn more about? Leave that in the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Until the next one, guys. Bye.